Hello and welcome to our webinar. Today's webinar, we'll be discussing how you can write a letter to your family and friends to get donations to reach our goal of building a house in the north side of Chapel Hill as a UNC Greeks community. My name is Sheree Michaud, and I work for the Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life and Community Involvement. I'm looking forward to sharing with you the tips and tools that we learned from Habitat Build in order to lead a successful writing letter campaign. The Greek Unity Committee recently met with Alice Jacoby. She's the partnership manager for the Habitat for Humanity of Orange County. She shared with us that writing letter campaigns are simple and effective ways to raise funds for Habitat while highlighting the incredible work that your fraternity or sorority is doing in the community. Each house that Habitat builds costs $80,000 in construction materials and contract labor alone. Habitat depends on a community-based funding and volunteer model in order to offset these costs and sell the homes affordably to local families. There are going to be 3 simple steps in order to ensuring that we are able to write a successful letter to raising the goal that we have set as a UNC Greeks community of $40,000. These tips are really easy and really helpful for you before you send out your letter. There are 3 easy steps in order to writing a successful letter to your family and friends. Step 1 is downloading the template that we have sent you. That should have come from your UNC Greek community member who is represented on your governing council. So why use a template? Well, it's an easy way for you to kind of lay out the foundation of what we're asking for. And sharing the story also of what it means to be building a house for someone in our local community. Will this template cover everything that I need? It absolutely will. And we encourage you to add a little bit more flair and your personality to the letter. This makes it a little bit more meaningful and special when your family and friends receive the letter. Do I need to write a new letter to everyone that I'm sending to? Absolutely. Please don't blind copy or CC everyone on a generic email letter. Please make sure you send out individual letters to people. We encourage that if you can send up to 10 letters to family and friends, that would be a great goal for you. If you're able to send a little bit more, even better. So the second thing you'll need to do is personalize your letter. This is where you get to show your passion. So how do you personalize it? Well, there are several ways to make sure that your letter looks unique for each person you're sending it to. So make sure your subject line is very catchy and something that will ensure that your family and friends will open up the email. We have displayed some examples, and please feel free to create your own example. Also, make sure that you fill in the highlighted areas. These areas are for you to include your name, their name, your fraternity or sorority, and share why you are contributing to this project. Along with that, the family story is linked into this letter. If you'd like to elaborate on the family and their story in your letter, that would be amazing. Another thing you can do too is sharing your personal story that you may have with Habitat Build, or your personal story of why you really enjoy your Greek experience and why service and philanthropy is something that you really appreciate, and that's why you're part of this project. Get creative. We're looking forward to hearing all of the feedback from your letters on your creativity. Finally, you get to send the letter through email, but be sure to do the following things before you send that letter. First, make sure you check for spelling. Make sure the person's name that you're sending it to is correct, and making sure whatever you added to the letter is correct as well. Also, make sure you have the correct email address. We have heard in the past that emails have gotten bounced back because there was a period in the wrong spot, the @ was in the wrong symbol, or it was just completely spelled wrong. Please make sure you take the time to look through your letter, look through who you're sending it to make sure that it goes to them successfully. We hope this information was very informative for you, and we are looking forward to hearing all of your feedback on how well your letter campaigns went. If you have any questions for the Greek Unity Committee, please contact your representative from your council. Zoo Hall represents the Greek Alliance Council. David Cuppett represents the Interfraternity Council. Richard Hall Jr. Represents the National Panhellenic Council Incorporated. Last, Madison Goffrey represents the Panhellenic Association. If you have any habitat questions, please contact Alex Mitchell. He is our Greek Habitat Liaison, Alice Jacoby, our Partnership Manager, or the Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life and Community Involvement. We hope you enjoyed this webinar today, and good luck as you write your letters. We are looking forward to making this house a home.